It's raining again. Welcome back. My name is Dewtroid, and this is my world tour. We are now in Dewtopia, a fascist state. It says, in very bad spelling, dissension will not be tolerated. At one point this was on fire, and it looked pretty cool. For here, there's a sign. There's a sign that says, this cave is sealed due to rebel activity, and there's actually a little rebel base back here. We'll get there later. I built this really early in alpha, so this was built before tools had wear and there was multiplayer damage. It was mostly built with, this was also built before I had world edit, so that glass sphere was handmade, and so was the other one over there. When I came across this nice sheer cliff, I decided to build something here, and I have a floating castle and some very derpy buildings. There's a really tiny coliseum. There used to be a sign over here that said something like, excessive profits will be confiscated. This is the Dewtopian jail. Lots of little cell blocks with no bathrooms. Cell block B, observation room, where you can see into the interrogation room, and here you have interrogation supplies. Lots of lava to burn people with. Golden hose for whatever. Flint and steel for setting things on fire. Got some water torture involved. Not sure what the fences are for. Feather, most important torture device known to man. So yeah, just your standard, hilariously overdone fascist state. Criminals will be thrown into this little cave. They all get up here and cheer as criminals are tossed into the mines. Holding up this kind of like floating castle bit, I've got this little sphere of lava, and it pipes over here, and there's this other sphere of water, which you can't see because it's pretty dark out, and it also comes over here and forms this like obsidian shard. At one point, Notch said he was going to make floating islands, and floating things sort of require obsidian to stay afloat, so I built this around that time, thinking that that would be implemented, but that never happened, and it's probably better for the best. And someone pillared up to my structure here. Oh, the airship fleet is right over there. I will get to them shortly. Alright, the rain has stopped. We are now on top of that floating platform. You've got this little building in here. This is that obsidian shard. You can see the lava come in one side and the water come in the other. This is supposed to be the thing that keeps it afloat. This is a creeper hole. There's a little lighthouse. Nothing really interesting up there. This is a little fortress castle, Central Committee members only. Going with the communist, fascist, oppressive stuff. It's a theme. So like only they get access to knowledge in libraries and stuff. My penchant for bad spiral staircases continue. We are now just above the cloud layer, looking at the airships. There's nothing particularly interesting in that castle. It's just full of chests and stuff. Here we have the airship fleet. This is the only one you can get onto without pillaring. Over there, you've got this small one here. I think it actually says that it's a frigate somewhere. Maybe not. Let's go down in it first. This is the second airship that I built. There's one over by original spawn that is a little different. Again, I'm using the obsidian to sort of pretend to be a power source. It's even on the propeller blades here. with half blocks making the rest of the blade. And they all have obsidian rams, because that's how the Dewtopians do it. They use their large obsidian rams to ram into other ships. Alright, this is a view of the flagship from the side. I love how it's so large that one of the small frigates can actually fly between the back propellers of it. It has lots of cannons, and this is the only one that doesn't really have a large obsidian ram in the front because it's got that giant diamond cannon. We're on another one of the frigates here. It's pretty much identical to the one over there. And yeah, let's go and let's hop down to the oh shoot. Alright, we're now on one of the battleship kinds of airships. You can see the flagship over there, which I will get to in a second. This was the third style of airship I built. Again, the Dewtopians are all about ramming other ships, so this ram is designed for that, to where they ram the ship, poke holes in it, and then they hop out of these you know, the crews in here, and then they charge in and take over the other ship and then blow it up. This up here leads to the surface. Back here is a little captain's cabin that's kind of cozy. Down here we have, at one point this had lava in it, and that was a very bad idea because it almost caught fire. But I was going to have like an obsidian warp core here that was pulsing and stuff, but, oh, didn't want to go up. But this still looks pretty cool. There's just one block of lava here surrounded by obsidian, and it doesn't catch fire. But at one point, obviously you can see all this obsidian here. And they're obviously attacking that dragon over there. Alright, this is the deck of the flagship. This thing is huge. I built all of the other airships, but a good chunk of this was also built by my friend Wedge. Let's get a good sight on the breach here. Yeah. Fire. And the barrel is laced with obsidian, because it makes perfect sense. You've got several very large propellers. We can go down below decks and you hit the row of oh yeah, it's also possible for mobs to spawn in here. It's manned by a skeleton crew. That's a bad pun. Okay, do I have any other food? I've got a cake. Anyway, this is the array of cannons. Let's head down again to below decks. There are no real secrets here. In this one, it's just pretty straightforward. This is the obsidian base. Again, this one doesn't really have a big ram because it's got big cannons, so it doesn't need to ram anything. And that is the Dewtopian flagship. Should probably give it a cool, badass name like Behemoth or Thor. Continuing with the theme of Dewtopia, where it's this like power that smashes human souls. Right across from the airship fleet, we have this little town over here. Let's get down here. It's dark, I know. Actually, where's the moon? Ooh, I'm gonna need to eat one of my cakes. Let's get my sword out. Over here we have a little town with holes blasted all over it. The front door should be over here. And it says, "Welcome to Roundstone, population 14. This city currently under Dewtopian occupation." That's right, they're an expansive power. Here's the Dewtopian political office where you report dissension and other such things. And people poked holes in some of my walls. These are the Dewtopian barracks where they stay to keep the populace in check. and apparently don't take care of zombies. You've got a couple little houses here. We're gonna hide in the inn for a bit and eat one of our cakes. This is an inn and a little tavern. I didn't really flesh this area out that much. There are a couple other towns dotted across the landscape that have airships flying overhead and holes blasted in the wall. Where's that skeleton at? Did he go in here? Oh, no, I guess he was behind me. And again, there was a fireplace there that was burning, but... I don't know I'm picking up any of this crap. This was once on fire. This was supposed to be the, like... It's okay, I just improved it. This is the Roundstone City Hall, and this one over here says, like, what does it say on it? Oh yeah, mayor's house. So they, like, killed the mayor, blew up the city council, and they took over. You can tell they tried to hold off, but they just blew up the walls with their giant airship cannons. I have one further this way that when fire on wooden blocks was still working, it looked pretty cool, where it looked like it was under attack at that moment. But I don't think I'm going to show that because I am running a little long, so I will see you later.